Hello, hello, hello. We're back working on our little miniature house. Got my wires plugged through for the top floor, going down to the bottom floor. Got a few more finishing touches to do up here, and then we can start working on the bottom, down in the ocean. So we've got this little planter that I got to glue on. I have my little picnic setting over here that I've been struggling to get it to stay upright since I created it, like, I don't know, 12 pages ago, it seems like. Hoping it figures out how to stay up. So this goes right here. And then glue stone in front of it. Oh, there they are. I'm like, where's my instructions? So it goes down this side of the wall and across the front here with these little stones. And this little gated piece goes right here. There was some wraparound, these little wire things, these that I made off camera. I don't like the way they look, so I'm making the decision and I'm leaving them off. Nobody except people that watch my YouTube channel and me are ever gonna know that there's supposed to be railings on there. Pardon me. I don't know if you guys were able to see that. Some random string caught onto the little umbrella sitting off to the side over there. It sent my little umbrella set flying. Now that may seem silly since I didn't put the other rail up that's supposed to go for here and around here. It is what it is. These are like little beach blankets. So I'm just gonna use my good old-fashioned wet glue, or glue stick, to glue them in half. There's one. I don't think I put glue on the right spots, so we're just gonna double check. We'll make sure that we're glued in the right spots. Okay, and then squish that down. Now the directions didn't really give me an idea of what these were supposed to look like, and they seem awfully big, because this is supposed to go in the middle. And these are supposed to be like little things for people to sit on, like beach towels or pillows or something. I don't know. Which there's not a whole heck of a lot of space there. Let me come over here. Let's let you keep drying. We're gonna put some rocks down. So I'm gonna put a bead of glue Across there and across there. And to avoid the aggravation of those tweezers that don't really like to work very well, I'm hoping these will work a little bit better. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't have the right tools for a lot of the projects that I do. So I just kind of have to wing it with what I've got and hope for the best. Just trying to make sure that everybody gets in the glue. And I want to kind of stick to some smaller stones here. Should probably take a peek up at my TV, make sure that I'm actually in camera. Well, not like you guys can see what I'm doing anyway, because you're looking down on it. Tilt it up like this. Okay. Trying to use my jewelry tweezers was just as annoying, so we're going to use these. Almost want like a little something. Right there. I think the glue will hold that. And what I'll do is put a little bit down in the gaps. There we go. I'm wondering if I should just cut this in half again. Yeah. Like I said, it didn't give me really any instructions on like what to do with this. Just gave me the measurements of the fabric, and I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't do me any good. So I'm going to glue this down first. I'm going to try to center that as it slides. Get some glue down. Let's get some crappy tweezers. Seriously? Okay. We are going to call that good on the front top 2 floors of the house. Now we get to do the aquarium underneath. I don't know what else to call it besides an aquarium, so put this away. Put this. Yes. Okay, so the next step is tear off protective films on both sides of K6. Which should be one of these. Those do not cut anything but fabric. Glad it was just thin plastic. So I don't know which one of these it is though, because of course these aren't labeled. So let me jump back into K6 is a plexiglass that is, let's see, it's only one piece, so is there any ones that are the same? So those are out because there's 2 of, nope, everything's just one. Okay, time to get my ruler out, which I found in an ADHD place. So this needs to be 18 or 14.8 by 19.5 centimeters. So it's definitely a rectangle, right? 14 by 19. So this would be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This one is 19 even. I really wish these were labeled better. Ooh, that might help, because there's a hole there. One stick back to back. Get these out, because then that should help me figure out, what is that, E9? E9 2A and E9 2B. For these E9 2B. Paper, scissors, please. Dingy. And E9 2A. There it is. So it says to stick these together back to back. There's the hole, so yes. I was guessing correct on that part. Oops, sorry. Banged into you guys. I will say this is much nicer than trying to cut this out with scissors and cut it straight. Okay, get all my little trim ends here. So, this one's got the hole in it. So, that would be the correct one. Let's put these guys off to the side. So first things first, it says to glue these back to back. I'm sure it'll make sense to me at some point. Make sure I'm doing this the right direction. Yep. It says peel both of the plexiglasses, the papers off the plexi. Mm-hmm. Easier said than done when you don't have any nails. Tear off protective films on both sides. Stick E9 to A to E9 to B. Stick K9 or K6 on paper as photo. So this side goes like this. Goodness. Seriously, house? Leave me a little bit there, a little bit over here on the corner. Now, please, come off in one spot. But no sooner got it out of my mouth, started to get it out of my mouth. Never did get it fully out. Okay, so this glues on there. Like so. A little nervous. Let's get real. I'm a lot nervous. Let's get the silicone brush out. What I'm going to do with this is spread the glue. Now, if you've been watching this from the beginning, you may recall that this instructions did not really come with instructions. It didn't tell me what kind of glue to use. It didn't, you know. So I'm having to guess on a lot of stuff. And this was a big wild card because I'm like, that's a lot of room to cover, and clear plastic. Is the glue gonna dry clear? We're gonna hope so, because it's on now. It's not coming off. Reach behind my fan and hope I don't smack myself. Give that a squishy, and hopefully it moves that glue around enough. If you look at it at an angle, you can definitely see the glue streaks and swirlies, but I think we're going to be okay. Twist gray copper wires together and white together. Cut out E11 power wire. Strip off 1 centimeter at the end. So turn you over. Twist gray wires together, white wires together. They're not even the same length anymore. This is where having some proper tools would come in handy. I don't want to cut that wire. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, whites together. Grays are together. Strip off 1 centimeter rubber on the end of power wire of the gray line. Okay, I think I've got more than a centimeter there, no problem. Cut out E11 power line. I don't know what E11 is. Power wire, white thin power wire. Kind of went through this last time. Assuming this is power wire. It says there's supposed to be 2 pieces. Oh no, it says there's only one. So cut into 2 10-centimeter pieces. Aha. Strip off 1 centimeter on the end, twist with the bulb wire together, wrap bare copper I mean, do I put one on? I'm assuming I put one on the end of each. A little bit more. There's some gummy paper in here. Must be this. This feels like just cardboard. Gummy paper. One strip, two strips. Again, a task made difficult by not having any fingernails. Oh my gosh. One. 20 minutes later. And that's how I'm solving the problem also of them not being the same length. Get a couple wraps around the wires themselves. And when it gets up that direction, I'm bringing the longer one down to be even. It would stop sliding. And then wrapping it in that. Magic sticky paper, aka stickers. Okay. Now I gotta go through the hole. Let's go one at a time. Okay. Change plans. doesn't want to go through the hole. Doubled up. So I think I'll get him through the hole first, and then I'll make this string. I'll make them even. Come on. Okay. Gray's through. White's through. That is a mess. Where'd that sticky paper go again? Oh, I put it away. I put it away. And I don't... Yeah, if I end up needing more sticky... How do they call it? I can't even think at the moment what they called it, but... I'm not worried about it because it's essentially just a sticker. And I've got plenty of labels and stuff in my craft stash. I just have to fight with it again now. Okay, got one going. You know, if you'd quit walking across my desk and away from me, it would be tremendously helpful, little house. Okay, well, that didn't quite work out the way I meant for it to. Okay, let's just push you back, since you want to go back there anyway. Every other time that stuff's stuck with no problem. When I want it to not stick, it does, or when I want it to stick, it doesn't want to stick. Put the house right, stick on the surface of the water. Put the house right, stick. Okay, so I'm assuming that means glue the house. Glue the house to the plexi. So, let's put some glue on there, some glue on there, some glue on there, glue on there, glue on there, glue on there. What fell? Are we on there evenly? I think so. Huh. Knocked my house off its foundation. Okay. It shows like this, but it being all the way up against the glass, or the back. So, okay, we'll move it. Put it where the instructions say. So I will have a little bit of silicone glue to clean off in a few places. Front view. Should be a little more centered, I think. There we go. Back view. Okay, what are we at? 42 minutes. 43 minutes, something like that. So what's next? Underwater building outer frame. So stick B33 to E932. So it's E932. E932. Okay, stick that to B3. Just gotta be this long one, right? B3. No, it's a long, skinny stick thing. Oh, 33. I'm like, what? Yes, B33, and it goes this way. Oh, I see the little notch there. Okay. Oops. I'll have to go digging for that later. E934. To B38. Oh, sorry, I just realized I was totally off. I was totally off camera. I'm just cutting. And we're gonna snipperoo that way. Snipperoo that way. Snip in that way. Snip in that way. We should be able to get the scissors the rest of the way. That is a trick I learned from Miss Augustinelli, my crafting guru. And we're going to stick that to B38. Could it be this piece? I think I need to move my little house out of the way. It's like a lot of the next steps is doing this. Oh, get everything lined up, smoothed out. We're gonna move this off to the side. Balance. Okay. Now we need to glue E933. E938. E933. E936. What is what? I kind of need all of everything. Okay, so E933 goes to B35. There's 3 of them, so I guess it doesn't matter. Double check, yes. B35. And then is there 2 of those? B36. E935. That's over here. Nope, there's only one. It looks like it shows. Oh. In the picture, it looks like there's 2 sides. Because this glues here. And it shows this is B35. But there's also one over here. But I only have one of these little tree. Is that one supposed to just be white? I guess so. It landed upside down. So it looks like it's on top. Okay. Let go of my finger. I'm assuming this piece must get covered by stuff because there's no sticker for it. on. I don't know what that is either. Stay put. Okay. 938. Stick to C4. This goes this way. This glues on Rattler. Put the glue on the paper this time. Because, like in journaling, if you're attaching two pieces that are of two different sizes, you want to put the glue on the smaller of the two. Otherwise, you're going to end up with glue in places you don't want it to be. Okay. Now we need E935. I see it. 935. And this will get glued to B32. Okay, I'm going to cut that out first. Get a little cutting mat. A little cutting pen. That cut went a little wonky. I do like that little tool. Okay, and there's got glue on here. Then 936 to C1. Be so much better with music. Like my phone's on the charger. It's probably done by now, but I want to get this one section finished, and then I'm going to call this video. I'll go out and grab my phone and fire up the next one. This is a neat little razor knife. The little blade on the end, it spins and pivots, so you can kind of it really comes in handy for die cutting, so it's definitely handy here as well. Oh, this side. Not die cutting, fussy cutting. And then this last step is gluing this. No, this. I gotta glue this to here. It's funny, I thought that was a door. That goes there, this goes here, and the other B5, or B35. Goes there. Okay, so this goes here, image in. goes against this back wall. This piece goes there. So we gotta go side and bottom. And then this piece goes on its side. That away. So it goes side, bottom. Okay. Alright, so with that, we are going to call this a video. I'm going to let these all kind of sit for a little bit and get dry, because it looks like all the next steps require, a bunch of the next steps require some manipulation of this stuff, and then some real small, tedious work with more bending of wires. I'll think about that. It's my miniature house, and I don't have to do it exactly how the pattern says, right? I can do it how I want. Which means I can skip steps that I don't want to do, like these. Which is more of that. A little less cumbersome, but so with that, I will bid you adieu. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you like watching me struggle through this process, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye. Peace.